But this is what we wanted to see. What are you doing, VJ? Yeah, just drop the ball and let's go crazy. You got yourself another chip there, old guy.
All right, y'all. Today we have a really fun one. I'm looking forward to trying out this one. We're going to attempt to make VJ Edgecombe the GOAT, the greatest of all time. We're going to get a little help from AI and we're going to see what they suggest. So what we're basically going to do is I asked AI here, I want to make VJ Edgecombe the greatest player of all time on 2K26. Would you be able to help me suggesting one stat to upgrade after each season? I can give you updates as in the seasons as well. So it's going to do that. And so what we're going to do in order to do this is we're going to run through his rookie season. Then we're going to give all the stats and updates to AI here and see what it recommends what we do. And see if we can make, with their help, of course, Edgecombe here the GOAT, the greatest of all time. We went through his rookie season and we've updated everything to AI here now to let him know he's 81 overall starter, gave him all his points and stats and badges and everything. And here's what its response is. VJ Edgecombe has a fantastic rookie season from an 81 overall, efficient scoring, strong defense, and already a starter. That's a perfect foundation for a future superstar. Based on his production, architect, and badge layout, here's the single best attribute to upgrade after season 1. Ball handling. Why ball handling is #1 move right now? He's already an efficient scorer. He now needs creation. Shooting 51% from the field and 41% from 3 as a rookie means he's not struggling to score. What he is missing is the ability to create more of his own shots on his own usage. So increasing his higher ball handle unlocks better dribble animations, improves blow-by potential, helps him get to the rim where he finishes, and reduces turnovers and boosts. His badge layout begs for better dribbling. He already has bronze shifty shooter, bronze strong handler, bronze bailout. These badges become dramatically more valuable when his ball handle rating rises. It's the fastest way to get him from a play finisher to a play creator. His shooting average, 13.1, is good, but not a star level yet. Increasing ball handle will be a direct path to higher usage, more drives, more free throws, and more self-created threes. This is how you can turn him from a 13 point per game to 18 to 20 in year 2. Ooh, so that's the goal here going on. That's the goal we got going on. And it fits his long-term GOAT arc. To become the greatest of all time, he needs to be a primary scorer, secondary playmaker, and a two-way threat. Ball handle is the bridge between athletic wing and franchise cornerstone. We're going to upgrade the ball handle. So if you can only upgrade one attribute this offseason, this is the one that you would need to focus on most. So looking at it, he's already an 86 in ball handling as the attribute. So what I'm thinking is right here, we do handles for days and we just give him a huge one. So we can only do one thing, right? Aside from what it naturally does. So for our one upgrade, let's do that. Let's give him a legendary handles for days. That's pretty high up. But again, it's the only move we're doing, the only attribute we're touching. So looking at the progression, he has jumped up to an 86 overall. Good to see. And let's see how he performs through this season. So real quick, this is how he did finish the season. The Sixers, unfortunately themselves, finished at the bottom of the conference, but he did jump up to a 16.9 points per game. Improved his rebounds a little bit. The shooting percentage remains amazing at 55, we'll say, and 44%. So that's the stats so far. And I've sent all this to the AI and let's see what it has to say. So it's saying VJ Edgecombe has made a massive leap in year 2, elite efficiency, improved creation, and a badge layout that's starting to look like a future superstar. You've developed him beautifully so far. Given his new strengths, roles, and trajectory, here's some simple best attribute to upgrade after season 2. Upgrade recommendation, speed with ball. Why speed with ball perfect for year 3? He now has the handles, he now needs the burst. His scoring efficiency is elite, but his volume is still rising. His badge ecosystem becomes terrifying with more burst. It fits his long-term GOAT arc, being like a 3-level scorer, primary and co-primary creator, transition nightmare, and a two-way athlete. So we're going to upgrade speed with ball. That'll be his biggest leap in production, usage, star power going into year 3. His speed with ball is already 89. So because of that, I'm thinking, looking at his badges again, there's a few that could help him with his boost. Lightning launch might be a good one. He's a bronze already, but to up him on that one. Or I lean towards break starter, but I thought this would kind of make more sense, you know, if you want to be a GOAT, you know? So let's jump lightning launch all the way to the roof and see what happens. And at the player progression this time, we see he's jumped up another 5 to 91 overall. This could be a good season. This could be a really good season. Hopefully the team as well will have a better season. Feel like some playoff experience and stuff would be good. There we go. Much better season this year, as Philly does end up with a 4th seed and we get to face on Chicago. So again, we get some playoff experience for this guy right here. So we're getting some playoff experience for our guy VJ. We'll see how far this goes. If it goes anything interesting, maybe we'll see a bit. Otherwise, I'm just going to sim around and just see through. So we do make it through to the second round where we face Detroit. And a pretty good matchup, I would say. We're just going to zip through this round 2. We do make it through in 7 to face Toronto in the conference finals.
Toronto appears to be much the same team as they are right now, IRL. We've done a few moves, as you can see. How's the matchup going to go here? Let's see. They do win game 1, but we win game 2. Game 3. Tied up. They're up 3-2. We're going to a game 7. We're definitely going to be simcasting this one. Got a tight game. Toronto with a small lead. Game remains tight. Look at that 4-6. Doesn't make sense. Game staying tight. Looks like we're going to get to see some action here in the conference finals. Yeah, we're tied at 113 with a minute 34 remaining. Let's jump in. So we do have possession here. Oh, crap. There we go. We do have possession here as Maxi is attempting to get into the paint, which he does, and then kicks out to Edgecombe. Edgecombe has Grady Dick guarding him. The pick, the pop, and the drop. There's our guy, Edgecombe, making it a 2-point lead for our Sixers here. Chucky Hepburn's bringing it up for the Raps. Over to Jacoby. Swings it into AJ Dybantsa, who goes for the lay-in and off rim and out. Sengun with the rebound over to Maxi. He's bringing it up. He's again attempting to get into the paint. Bringing it to Sengun. Back out to McCain. Over to Maxi. VJ is trying to post up, but he moves out. Clock's ticking out. VJ is going to have to take a clutch 3 here. Oh, rims out. BI with the rebound over to Grady Dick. Gets into Dybantsa, who had inside position on the kind of that broken up. And ties the game up at 1:15 apiece with 33 seconds remaining. This is an important possession here. Again, Maxi's going to attempt to attack. Brings it to Edgecombe, who takes the quick 3. In and out again. Much the same kind of shot looking as the last one. Different spot of the floor, but hit both sides of the rim and out. So now BI looks like he's going to hold the ball here, and they're going to take a last shot. Oh, gosh. This is so important here. Yep, he's going to take the shot. Here he goes. Oh, no. BI with the buzzer beater. Game 7 winner. And we going home. Oh. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see this. So in that game, VJ had 18 points, 9 of 14 shooting, but sadly to say it wasn't enough as Toronto gets it with that buzzer beater. But I would still say that was a great run. I did not expect us to get to conference finals this year, so I still say that's a great run, and hopefully it will help improve VJ into the next season. So now I've given all the numbers to our AI and let him know he's now overall a 91, and his stats from the last season were 18.6, 6 rebounds, 4.7 assists, and so on. And they have recommended now acceleration as being the next big step in his performance for year 4. So legendary lightning launch makes acceleration absurdly valuable. So boosting acceleration will supercharge his first step, make his dribble combos instantly threatening, turn him into a blow-by machine, and create more separation for step backs and pull-ups. His scoring efficiency is elite. Now he needs volume. So they're mentioning how he shot 53% field goal and 42, we'll say, from 3. Those are very all-NBA efficient numbers, but the 18.6 PPGs is still not superstar scoring volume. So acceleration could help increase his rim pressure transition opportunities, self-create threes, and a pick and roll burst. So this is hoping they're going to boost him up into that 23-ish points per game range. His badge layout is built for a slashing shot creator, so look at that cluster there. I mean, really, his acceleration and everything is already really high. He already has the lightning launch and everything, so in order to do this, I think the only thing we can really upgrade here, maybe we can give him Break Starter, because everything else he kind of already has, so we're going to have to tell AI this, I think. So yeah, we gave him that because, yeah, it just makes sense, right? If you are very fast and accelerate fast, you should be good on the fast break, and that'll be a good addition to his roster, to his arsenal. Looking at the player progression, VJ is now up to a 93 overall. This guy, I mean, he already has the potential to be a GOAT, but, you know, we're definitely helping push him along. Year 3, starting into year 4, and he's 93. And at the end of that season, the Sixers finished in 6th. Fitting, kind of, in a way. But, yeah, as you see, we made a trade for Zion as well, and we're facing up with those Raptors that took us out in the conference finals last year. Right in the first round. So can we get through them and move on? All right, game 7. Let's give it a simcast, see if we can possibly want to jump in on this one or not. Oh, it's almost over. It looks like we got it. Yep, we got the win there. That decisive game 7. VJ had 10 and 10. Not much shooting, but we may have too much star power on this team. But all right, we face 6th seeds versus 7th seed here in the next round. We make it through in 5 past Miami. Back to the conference finals. Get out of the screen. That always throws me off. And the 5th seed, Detroit. So it's low seeds making it through here. Looking at this, yeah, I feel like we got the better team. And we made it to the finals against the Spurs. All right, let's see if we can get VJ his first chip here. Tough matchup we got here. We have a very good team. Spurs do win game 1. Oh, game 2. Oh, great. Well, that was fun. We got swept. So stat-wise, he didn't change much, although it's kind of expected with the pretty deep team that the Sixers have now at this point. But I did let AI know that, and its kind of response to this whole situation was he had his first plateau season, and that's actually a normal part of GOAT trajectory. His efficiency is still elite, his playmaking jumped again, and he's clearly becoming a well-rounded two-way wing. But the slight dip in scoring and drop in three-point percentage tells us exactly what his next evolution needs to be. The three-point shot. Which is interesting, yeah, because he did dip down, as it mentions here. His three-point dropped from 0.417 to 0.366. It's a meaningful decline, and it signals that defenses are now closing out harder, going under screens less, treating him like a primary threat. His efficiency inside the arc is already elite, and his playmaking is rising, spacing making it even better. His badge ecosystem is ready for elite shooting. So upgrading the three-point shot will trigger more badge upgrades and so on. So that's what we're going to do here. From season 4 to season 5 is we're going to look at his 3-point, see where we can upgrade that. So, I mean, his 3-point shot's already pretty high, but I mean, I'm just thinking, you know what? Let's just keep this simple. We're just going to bump that all the way up. So his 3 points, a 99. The overall team took a huge jump this year as we got 62 wins and ended up with the first seed. So that's amazing to see. And so we're facing off the Hornets right away on the first round. Hopefully we can kind of just breeze through them with the team we got. Yeah, our team's pretty freaking good, if I do say so myself. Yep, and we swept them. So Detroit second round. If we get into the conference finals and stuff, maybe we'll peek at a bit more. Detroit's still a very, very good team, but I think we got their number this year. Let's see if I'm right. Sure am. And Washington, the 6th seed Washington Wizards. Cal Brown Jr., Trey Johnson, Keyshawn George, Tyron Stokes, and Alex Sarr. That's a good team they put together finally for the Wizards. Yeah, this is a very good matchup. So let's do a game at a time. We might have to jump in on a game here. Let's see. So they do win game 1. 135-123, high scoring affair. Our man VJ there, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 10 of 15 shooting, 4 of 8 from deep. That's nice. That's nice, but not nice enough, obviously. As Washington even wins game 2, 136-132. Ooh, actually, what did VJ get on that one? VJ had 19 on that one, but look at this. We got Zion, we got Tyrese, we got Nate Ament. We have a very good team here. So come on, let's get it back. Here we go. We got that one. It's going to be road winning. They should come with 14. It says so many scorers. That's the only thing with this team. It's just too good. And we tie the series up 2-2, 142-131 victory. And then we take the 3-2 lead after being down 2-0, 150-110. What a scoring game that was. Look at that. And Nate Ament had 39 in that one. Holy crap. Zion Williamson 24, Sengun with 22. Same. Like I said, we have quite a team. But we are going to 7 games here. We are going to game 7. Let's see what happens. Close first. Got a bit of a lead in the second. Solid lead in the third. Yeah, we got this game. Right on. Sixers are going. We'll sit them around to see. Superflag and Zion are the MVPs of the conference finals. Now we face the Mavs. You know how 2K loves their Mavs. Compared to us, anyways, with all due respect, they're not that good. Should be able to beat them pretty easy. And of course, they're coming back. Oh, and they're coming back. Simcast this one. They better not forget and come back and win this series 4-2. I will not be a happy guy. Okay, we're good there. Ooh, well, ended up close at the end there. 127-123 was the final score there. Yeah, look, VJ's getting buried by all these good players, I think. 31 minutes, but he only had 6 points. And a game 7 in the final NBA Finals. It's always what you want to see as a fan and as the NBA wants to see themselves. Love seeing game 7s. And it looks like we're getting VJ his first chip with 25 points in that last game for him. First chip for VJ. Right on. So VJ's stats were a little bit declined there, but again, like, look how deep this team is. I think that's a major factor in that. And of course, he won his first chip, so that's something we got to add into this whole thing. He's now the best on the team stat-wise and everything as well. So letting the AI know this, it's kind of said he had his first efficiency over volume season. It tells us something important. He's too good at scoring inside the arc to be stuck around 15-16 points per game. His field goal percentage is outrageous for a guard, but his use clearly dipped, likely because defenses are now treating him like a star and forcing him off the 3-point line. That could be valid too, as well as, the team being deep. I should have probably told the AI that part. So what it's recommending basically is improving the mid-range shot. Mid-range is elite to help his scoring volume. His 3-point shooting is stabilized last year, but not enough to raise usage. His badge ecosystem is begging for that pull-up threat, and it fits the long-term GOAT arc, which I like this part of it saying here, mentioning like Jordan, Kobe, Durant, and Kawhi, all guys with solid mid-range who are considered some of the best of all time, right? So that's going to be our next step, and then we're going to look at a kind of a map towards it going forward for the next few seasons. Now, this is definitely valid because look at his mid-range shot here, 66. So I'm going to crank this up. Yeah, we'll just go there. That's where it stopped. We're going to crank it all the way up to 98. Now let's see what happens here, VJ, in this next season. He's now jumped up to a 94 already. Yeah, this will be interesting to see how this goes. So in case you missed it, just to show, we got Maxi Edgecombe, Nate Ament, Zion Williamson, and Sengun as our starting 5. With Smith coming off that we drafted recently. Byron Starks, these are guys that we actually drafted in those couple struggling years that are now coming up. Mark Williams that we picked up in a trade. Mitchell Robinson. So this team is very deep. That will help VJ in towards playoffs and all that, but that could be a reason, I think, as to why his stats aren't higher. Like if you put him on a rebuilding team, for example, he would probably average a crap ton of points per game. Like, let's be real, like 25 to 30. So the team had a 63 win season this year. We got coach of the year. No, let's see, did he end up? Don't think we'll have any guys. Yeah, sadly, we don't have any guys in the All NBA teams or anything, though. That kind of sucks. But we did get first seed again, facing off with the Hornets in the first round. So yeah, we'll probably breeze through them. Let's see, and we're just gonna try to speed run this part of it. Yeah, won that in 5. Detroit, we faced many times. Washington, that we just barely squeaked through last year. They have kind of the same team. Yes, it looks like they do. We have another tough conference finals matchup here. We do win the first one, they win the second, they win third, we win fourth. Probably going to be a 7-game series again. Yeah, I risked it. And here we are in game 7 yet again. It's our home court. Hopefully we can have that advantage come to us. Come on. Oh, this could be a to the wire game. We might get to jump in and see this one. Oh, they're sneaking away now. I don't know if I want to jump in and see it at this point. Yeah, looks like we're too late here. Yeah, unfortunately, we lost this season. So I asked AI now to just kind of give us a map out to see basically what its kind of like long-term goals it would recommend here. So it's saying phase 1 is to become an offensive engine years 6 and 7. So work on, we've already upgraded that. Yeah, work on his 3-point volume, not just accuracy, more pick and roll reps, more touches in transition. Attributes to target this phase, mid-range shot, 3-point shot again later. Ball handling, small bumps if needed. Speed with ball, acceleration if maxed. And then it's saying 7 through 9 to become the two-way superstar, which is what I've kind of been thinking in my head this whole time, is he needs the defensive end now. He needs to work on that. And they're saying years 7 through 9 to kind of get to that defensive status. Let's have a look at his numbers and we'll go from there. As you see, he's sitting at, let's look and see what the best move would be. If we were to go offensive with him, because he's like so solid already offensively, what really could we add to his offensive game? That would be a big step. And all around there, he's pretty decent. Doesn't have the standing dunk, but that's understandable. You know, it just makes sense. These stats kind of make sense to me. You see, defense, he could definitely use some upgrades on this stat. I think we're gonna just skip ahead right now and focus on improving his defense. I think really his shooting is only because he's on such a good team. So let's jump his steal way up now. Let's put his steal in the 90s. And we're gonna see how that goes. So we're skipping the AI's trajectories a little bit here by upping that early. But I feel like his offensive game is at its peak to where it should be, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and try that. I was thinking too, upgrading his stealing can be, you can look at it on the offensive end as well, because it can lead to more fast break, therefore more fast break points. So there is kind of an offensive side to that as well. So the team finished with first seed yet again this year. We're just going to skip right through the first. Oh my God, and we lost to this 8th seeded Charlotte Hornets. And who do they have? LaMelo Ball. Wow, okay, that was a surprise. But anyways, I guess this season's done. So VJ's stats all around looked really good. I mean, his points per game, yeah, it's still a little lower, but again, we're still on a great team here. So, but all in all, his stats look pretty freaking decent. His shooting percentage for 3 and everything is back up. That looks really good. His minutes were actually down a bit, but other than that, he's looking good. So continuing on the defensive trend, he was already pretty good on perimeter D, so I'm going to jump him right up to a 99 because that's not a huge real overall increase, to be honest. So we're going to jump him up to that, makes him a 95 overall. Again, we have a really well-built team here. So hopefully we don't lose to no 8th seed again. All right, this year we ended up second as those Wizards took that first seed from us. And let's see how we can do here. Can we get to the conference finals against them? We got to play second seed. Let's just have a peek at who the Bucks have, because I think that, yeah, they have Chris Sinak, which is a big deal. Thompson, Pods. They have a good team. Hopefully our team is better. Ooh, no, it's not. Well, that sucks. But let's see, more importantly, we're here for VJ, really, right? So let's see. Of course, Mavs win again. Well, let's see how he's looking. All right, VJ's up to a 96 overall, and to add on to his progression, we're gonna jump his block up. Let's just go up to 84. That's just a nice round number, right? Yeah. Let's just jump that up. There we go. So he's 96 overall, and he's becoming, look at that, 2-way, 3-level shot creator. That's becoming more of kind of a GOAT status IMO. All right, with another big win season, we're back to the first overall ranking, facing those Raps that we faced a few times in the past. Wow, they have a really good team. Let's hope we make it past them. They are actually really good, and I don't want to lose to an 8th seed again. We already had that happen once. Back and forth series, isn't it? There we go. We got our lead ahead, and we win in 6. Okay, phew, I was getting a little worried there. And Washington, who actually fell off a bit this year. Did they lose one of their guys? Well, I can't remember now, to be honest, but I feel like their center was a different player possibly before. I did consider, by the way, trading for Stokes way back in the day. Consider doing that. Feel safe now. Yeah, we win 4-1, and we're facing the 7th seeded Detroit, who is still a very good team. I'm just gonna hit the round, and we swept through them. There we go. This is what we're waiting to see. VJ is the Eastern Conference Finals MVP, so he's leading the team now at this point in his career. That's what we want to see. We're facing off against those pesky Mavs here. Bucky Hepburn, Braden Burries, Cooper Flagg, Rick Knox, Thomas Sorber. I feel like we're a better team than them. But we all, I'm sure, know how much 2K loves Mavs. And there it is. We win in 6. And a 2-point win is a seed to win the series. There, and we get the championship with VJ Edgecombe, our finals MVP. That's what I'm talking about. His shooting numbers are now getting up there. I think possibly with the change of kind of teammates around him and all that has kind of helped to make sure that's all in. And yes, we did a contract extension to VJ. That's why that governor thing is going up. So that's perfect. So just a reminder, we're still sitting in this kind of 2-way superstar phase here where we're going after that. And let's see here. At this point, I think because we've done some upgrades with his steals and everything, we could look at perimeter D is already high. His lateral quicks and defensive consistency are things we should take a peek at here. So let's see, maybe we can get the right badge for that. In this case, I think we'll go with interceptor, because I feel like you have to have good lateral quicks to be able to intercept passes and everything and pick off through the passing lane. So that's the move we're going to make this season. And this year ended kind of with Philly going out in the first round to Orlando, finishing a 4th seed, unfortunately. That's the way it went down. We'll have to look at the team around VJ, because we want him to get to those finals again to help cement his GOAT status. Potential GOAT status. And again, increasing his defense. We're just adding interior defense because, why not? I know he's a shooting guard, but hey, why not? And this year, a 5th seed for Philly. They kind of been struggling a bit with team chemistry, but so we'll have to look at that. They're going to face Boston in the first round. You know what? We're just even going to zip through this and see. And they swept through Boston. Milwaukee, the 1st seed. What do they got going on? As you see, VJ's at 95 right now. Ben Thompson, Brett Foster, Thompson, Steven Stevens, and Chris Sinak Jr. Yeah, let's see. This could be a good matchup, but we'll zoom through because I kind of want to get to. Woohoo! We win it in 7, and we go into New York. See if we make it to the finals. We'll definitely look at something. Revenue Grams, enter your name. Come on, we can beat this team, right? We can beat this team. I always jinx it when I say that. Yep, you jinxed it. Well, we didn't make it through there. And of course, Mavs win another title. But here, just to show you, and I think it dipped a little bit, but over the last couple seasons, yeah, VJ's now gone into 22 points per game, and he's shooting 56%, we might as well round up, 56% field goal and 44% from 3. amazing stats going on there. He's up to almost, well, he's basically at 2 steals a game. So that's his defensive prowess coming through. Almost a block a game as well. Like his stats are pretty insane. I can't believe he's 30 already. How time flies, eh? And sticking with the defensive theme, I'm going to go into the badges here and I'm going to give him high flying and denier. I actually thought he had this. I was kind of surprised when he didn't. Maybe it came off somehow or something. I remember recently seeing a high flying and denial. He kind of 2 times denied someone in a recent game. Can't remember who it was, but it was a sick play. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do for his little upgrade for this season. Not fully VJ oriented, but kind of VJ oriented. I wanted to show I traded off our really good, technically he was a shooting guard, but I moved him to point guard to get this rookie point guard phenom here and get the first overall pick. Because, you know, it's not really VJ, but at the same time, making a build team around him to help him get some chips and stuff is not a bad idea. And I thought this would be a great fit beside VJ in the backcourt. And yeah, he is getting a little older, right? Being that he's 30, but I still think this guy, you know, as you see, he's already an 80 to start. And, you know, we're not looking like we're going to make it too far with our current team anyway. So making this move, I think will be good. And hopefully in a, you know, a year or two, we can get a couple chips for him. I'd love to see like a 2-3-peat kind of thing going on. We'll see. Wow, this looks like deja vu. We finished 5th seed. We're facing New York in the first round. We have made a couple changes to try to improve the chemistry, although we're out this year. But I still hope that in the future it'll be worth it. Because like I say, we need to get VJ some chips. Our next little upgrade we're going to do is we're going to add Brick Wall. So he's going to have so many badges. But yeah, we're going to add Brick Wall and we're going to try to make him the GOAT of it all. Let's see how he does on this season. Yeah, the team around him is built up greatly. So this is showing huge right here as the team chemistry is finally getting back up there and we're getting a lot of wins under our belt. So it looks like we've put a good team together. Now, hopefully we can get VJ a few chips here. This is the goal. Well, not exactly what we were going for, but our team has won a ton of awards here. Posey got MVP. We really want to see VJ. But Charlie Neal was that guy we drafted. 6th man of the year. He's playing behind Posey at the moment. And then we got our coach of the year because we had 67 wins and executive of the year. The 67 wins this season. There's Posey on the All-NBA first. Our center on the all-defensive second. We can't seem to get VJ up in those, though. We cannot seem to get VJ up in those all-NBA teams, which is crazy how good of a player he is and everything. We'll look at his stats at the end of this season, too, and see. But here's our first round of matchup. Wow. Against still very good Detroit Pistons team, even though they're 8th seed. We better get through this. Oh, yeah, 4-1. Knicks that we've seen a few times. Not as tough of a challenge overall. Got through them 4-1. Now, the 2nd seeded Milwaukee. Chris Sinak, who's always a big threat. Hopefully we can get through them because we need to get to the finals here. And there we go. Our guy Posey here. He doesn't have the hugest stats, but, you know, he's getting all the accolades. So now we're facing Wemby, aren't we? Yeah, Wemby's still on the Spurs along with Dylan Harper. We're facing them in the finals. Let's see, they got another 93 overall as well. We do win game 1. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. We do win game 1. 103 and 97. Look at this. VJ's 0 for 4. What is happening here? So we win game 2. That one 82-72. VJ was 3 of 11. Wow, shooting is garbage. I wonder why that is. Hopefully it's just a matchup thing. We go up 3-0. And we do get a chip as we sweep the Spurs. So at least we got that out of there. McCaw ends up finals MVP, which is our center. That's pretty sick. This year we did end up making a move and we traded off to get another, you know, young building talent. So we did end up going out in the 2nd round, but yeah, hopefully that doesn't backfire. I'm trying to look at the long-term picture here. We're going to fast track it here through the last part and see if we can get him a couple more chips. I'll pop in if we do. And other than that, we're just going to fast track through. 66 wins we got this season. So hopefully we're right back on track here and we're going to get ourselves another chip. Oh yeah, we made it to the 2nd round and we're facing T-Dot. Ooh, and T-Dot beat us 4-1. Ouch! Hey! It took till he was 35, but he's on All-NBA 3rd team. Just shout out, we got 3 guys on the All-NBA team, so just so you know. We are too freaking good. And there's VJ on the All-Defensive 2nd team. He's made it. He's made it. And our team against us ended up finishing 1st. I did a big move to help boost them up there, but again, hopefully that helps get another chip. Come on, VJ. We're just going to try to breeze through this. Look at this run. My real only sweat, yeah, is these guys right here. These guys right here, the Mavs. That's the team I'm concerned about right now. They've been breezing through the season. We were power ranked first at the end, but they were second, and we made that move for Don Jameson there to help us defensively. So we needed a little love there. Looks like we have the better team, so we'll see. I mean, this team, I think the Mavs are stronger than they look. Maybe they're deep, I don't know. But we do win game 1. How'd that score end up? 80-76, low scoring game. Guy VJ was 4 of 10 shooting. Okay. Not putting up huge numbers. And we win game 2, 102-82. Nice. Posey's kind of become the guy on the team now. We win game 3, and are we going to sweep him? Nope. But we do win in 5, and get another chip for our guy VJ. All right, we better be getting VJ another chip here, because look at this. 76-6, the team ended up as. 76-6. That's insane. We came away with a lot of awards this time. Unfortunately, none for VJ. But nonetheless, that's insane. And look at that. 2 of his teammates on All-NBA first. Oh, he didn't make it this year. But he's got teammates here. And of course, yeah, you know at that record, we got the first seed. So let's see. Can we breeze through this? Oh, we went 6 with the 8th seed right away. Oh, that was close. We went 7 there against Chicago in the Eastern Conference Finals. But this year we're facing the OKC Thunder. And let's see. Wow, they have a good team too. They have a lot of good pieces. We're obviously looking stronger, so hopefully we're good here. You know, I never want to say that it's a guarantee. We win game 1, 106-83. Win game 2. Win game 3. Are we gonna sweep them? No. Just like last year? No. They're gonna give us a little bit of a fight. Yeah, and then we do win in 6. Woo! Get out of the screen. Charlie Neal gets the. He's kind of the MVP of the team now. VJ is the second best player still on this team. Another chip for him. We got another first seed with 69 wins. Nice. Well, let's see. Can we? Wow. We went out in the first round. Oh, and we got whooped in game 6. 102-75 to the Heat. Well, we remain first seed after that. It's a rough start. Hopefully we don't get smoked by this team. Our chemistry is better, but our team overall isn't as good. But I mean, I hope it's going to pay off. Oh, here's Chicago, right? Is that the team that took us out last year? I think it was. We lost to them again. All right, after another great season, we're back in the finals facing the Trailblazers. Oops, and I clicked the wrong thing. And who do we got here on the Blazers? Let's see if we can get ourselves another chip for our man VJ. Because as you see, he is regressing. Can we make it through? We do win game 1. VJ had 15, only 8 field goal attempts. We win game 2. They win game 3. It's going to be a home-at-home battle. It's sure looking like it. Yeah, because that was their home court there. 96-93. Ooh, that was a close one there. Yeah, we keep the home court running. And we do win in 6. I was kind of hoping for game 7, not going to lie, because I was going to jump into that game. But we do win in 6. Another chip for VJ. I'm curious to see if he'll retire now, because he's getting up there. So let's see if he does retire. Okay, but get this governor crap. Who cares? Does he wish to retire? AJ does. We just got him for 1 year, which helped defensively. No, it doesn't look like he's retiring yet. Well, this team's getting old, but we got another solid season. We got first again. So let's zoom a bit here and see, can we make it through? Ooh, Chicago's a team that worries me. Woo, got through them in 7. Detroit, let's have a quick peek. Yeah, they're a very good team. As you see, our team is getting old. Ford's an up-and-coming guy right there, to be fair. But yeah, a lot of these guys are getting old, so... But we got some star power here. Can we make it through? Ooh, we lost the first game, 83-82. Ooh, a 1-point game. Ouch. Can we make it through? Can we make it through? It's going to be a back-and-forth series? No. Yeah, we duns. We dunzoed. Okay, get out of the screen. Rockets win this year. Now, will VJ retire this year, or will he keep going? Because he did do a contract extension. Looks like he's still going. All right, y'all, another first seed, and as you can see here, we're in the finals again versus the Mavs, who we faced in the past for sure. Who are they looking at here? Ouch. Their team looks really, really good. We did make another move to try to strengthen the team for hoping to get one more chip, because I don't know how much longer VJ is going to hold on. He's 41. Ooh, can we make it through the Mavs? It'd be really nice to get him another chip, you know, so he can retire with a chip. We did win game 2, and it is on Mavs court. Okay, so that's good to know. So we did take home court from him. Oh, and they took it right back. And we're tied up 2-2 now. Going into a crucial game 5. I'm going to simcast this one because I want to see a little closer to what happens. And I'd love to jump in on a game because it's been... Oh, Jesus. That happened oh so fast. What was the score of that game? 72-71. I was looking at the score. I did not expect it to be that close to the end of the game. Wow, look at that. The second half. 16 was the highest quarter scoring for either team in that second half. That's insane. And they really shut us down after that first, too. A little nerving there to see that. Here, let's stick to simcast because I kind of want to see, you know, even if we do manage to pull this off and win it in 6. It's not looking good. Nope, definitely not. Such low scoring games. All right, we're on to a crucial game 7 because I'm really hoping we can jump in. You know what? Even if we are well ahead, I'd be okay with that. You know, I'm just putting that out there. Don't mind if we have a big lead here. We're ahead decently here. Let's slow down the sim speed a bit. Yeah, we got a 9-point lead with a minute left. I want to jump in just because I want to see some action. We haven't popped in a game in a while, so I just wanted to see, and hopefully we can catch what could potentially be VJ's final chip here. There he is on the right side of your screen. There he is with the ball now. Over to Neil. McCaw's coming up to set the pick. Neil's going to attempt to drive. Can't get any space. Back out to McCaw. Clock's ticking down. McCaw tries to get in. He's going to take a shot from the elbow. Rims out. And Dallas gets the rebound and brings it up. You need a miracle there, Mavs, to pull this game off. You certainly need a miracle here. Claxton takes the jumper and he misses. Rebound to our Sixers. Neil over to Edgecombe. I'd love to see Edgecombe do a pop-up 3 and do something clutch right here, you know? Cement the game. Right here, yeah, right here. Pick and pop. Oh, hits the rim and out. Damn, that would have been awesome to see. Oh, another McCaw. Over to Harrington with the 3. That was a decent look. He doesn't get it. McGee with the rebound. McCaw back to Harrington again. They're really trying to get something, but they can't. As Sixers get the rebound, and yeah, that's 100% game over now. We're probably going to kill the clock. Yeah, another chip for VJ, and I think it's safe to say this team has stayed together pretty well for the most part. We kind of built a dynasty too on the side here. That was not really the main goal, but this is what we wanted to see. What are you doing, VJ? Yeah, just drop the ball and let's go crazy. You got yourself another chip there, old guy. Way to go. There he is. All right, we love to see it. We love to see it. There we go. I want to get some more VJ shots here. Come on. There's VJ. They're holding the ball, looking around. You don't have to give it to the ref. Just throw it away. I love it. Eventually he does. Wait for it. Here it is. Oh, no, he was just about to drop it as they switch cameras. There we go. Where is VJ now? I know they're going to feature McCaw and these other guys. Where's VJ? There he is. There he is. Give it to him. Give it to VJ. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, at least he touched it. So I'm assuming he's going to retire her. If he is, I'm just going to let him retire. I'm not going to bother overrunning it. Like, we can't overrule it once. Let's see. Does he retire? That's what we all want to know. We don't really care about this. Sure, everything's fine. Yep, there he goes. He does retire at 41 after 22 years pro. So like I say, I'm just going to let him retire. That could be a little painful of a last season to see for him anyways. There he is going into the Hall of Fame. Overall, his career numbers weren't super high. As you can see, his average was 16.1, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal and a half. But again, like we always had him on a solid team and we wanted to kind of, I felt like trying to get him a dynasty. Maybe had we put him kind of on more teams where he was more the #1 go-to always and the focal point and he was kind of like a standout player, maybe those numbers would have been a little higher. But nonetheless, I wanted to see him win quite a few chips, so I'm happy to see that. And as you see, the end of his career was kind of quieter. He had his peak point down here where he was averaging 20 to 22 points a game back in 33 to 36. 7 chips for this guy. So he's got 7 rings. That is very, very impressive. He did get the MVP in 2034, 8 All-Star appearances, 2 third, 2 second, and 1 first teams going on there with the first rookie, that is. Illustrious career. Can we really say the AI made him a GOAT? I would definitely say no. but he definitely can be considered in that top echelon, the upper echelon of great players. He's definitely going to be one of the greatest, one of those guys, you know, that you're going to see and hear about a long time. Almost forgot to show, there he did get his jersey retired with the Sixers, of course, after playing his entire career in Philly. I hope VJ has an amazing career IRL as he did here in this series. Appreciate you all for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And by the way, I didn't really adjust him any further after what I showed you either. I just kind of let it run out because, you know, players do age and they don't generally get better and better once they get into their like mid-30s and stuff anyways, right? So I kind of left it as is. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate if you guys could give it a like and a sub. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace!